So, which is nothing wrong. So only thing is you need to learn how to handle it. So that's why the enlightened master create this thing called, okay, if you go through your natural flow of life, by the time you reach 35, you married and able to live that, you'll be able to exhaust that by then. Okay, that means in your marriage life, you finish that, last component. Then you'll be free, liberated, you go beyond lust. But when you still fantasize, to have that in your life, then you're going to be tortured even till your deathbed. Okay, so that is the insight Swamiji wants to give to humanity about the danger or the poison of pornography. Next slide. Contemplate on this insight on pornography, okay? How the society and the next generation gets destroyed by pornography industry. And now it's so much accessible with the gadget in front of you. The kids are now getting exposed to pornography at a very young age. See, those time, my age, we only get to see at much older. But now, even before they reach puberty, they already start seeing all these horrific images. So what to do? Just contemplate. Just contemplate people around you. Whether it's your teenage son or teenage daughter, or your cousins, or your students, whoever, intoxicated by pornography. How can we help them? Even for yourself, if you have this problem before, then how to come out of it? How to clean yourself from this? How to evolve yourself from this? So take a look. If you are suffering from the fantasy of pornography and not knowing how to handle your lust energy, see, when you do it, let's say you become addicted. Addiction, see, one thing about addiction, it will make you feel guilty after the act. If you don't do it, you feel the missing. It's like a hell. Don't do, you feel the missing. If you do, after you feel guilty. It's like you're in the worst shitty mental torture. Understand? This is addiction for you. Any addiction, whether it's pornography or smoking, alcohol, any kind of addiction, this is what the torture or addiction. So if you know that you're addicted to something and this is torture, you need to learn how to come out of addiction. See, Swamiji, one thing great that Swamiji say, that addiction is muscle memory. It means you program it unconsciously in this body, in this birth. Because it's muscle memory, it's not so deep, you can reprogram. Anything with muscle memory body can be reprogrammed. Through yoga, through meditation, through powerful cognition, all that can be reprogrammed. So that is the good news. Reprogramming is possible. You don't have to suffer. Okay? All right. Any questions so far? I hope today's session has been interesting. Any question? If you have a question, please ask in the chat or maybe too shy to ask. If too shy to ask, you can PM me, private message me, then we can talk about it. But anyway, so in today's 4 insights, whether it's about love, about marriage, about pornography, all that, has been such a fascinating insight for me, at least personally, even though I've been, what do you call that? As a Swamiji's disciple, this is very, very enlightening for me. Okay, next slide. So before we come to this part, maybe we want to sit for like a few minutes to contemplate from all the insight that we heard today. So I'm going to just play Mahavakya for a few minutes. You sit with Swamiji, our Guru, and allow this truth to get into our system, to upgrade your powerful cognition of all that you're suffering, okay, or whatever pattern you're stuck, whether it's addiction, lust, non-fulfillment in marriage, or you don't have the right understanding, aloneness. Now that you know what is aloneness, you need to enrich yourself and enrich others, not living in the cave, that kind of thing, and not giving up on others, all that. So, or contemplate for a few minutes and see the guidance from the Guru. Okay, shall we start? So close your eyes now. Let's sit for a few minutes.
With my love and respect. Let you all
connect with Swamiji.
All your three eyes.
And whatever insight that jump out in your inner space that you need to address, you need to complete, or you need to do something, evolve yourself. Allow Swamiji to show you exactly what you're stuck with and how you can complete and let go and establish back in the space of powerfulness.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Relax. You can open your eyes now. So anything you want to share, you can type it on the chat, whether you have more clarity or how you find today's insight from Swamiji, whether it has expanded your understanding about love, relationships and all that, or marriage. So any one of you can just share. Anyone?
Not so much about the marriage part, but the aloneness, the definition was quite interesting in that sense that when he sort of brought up the part that you are not actually going away from people, you're still going to be sharing and interacting with others. It's not that aloneness means you're just going to move away from everyone and be by yourself. So that was quite interesting and kind of quite different from what I would actually think of aloneness as. So now it's the definition has definitely changed. So,
okay, that brings more clarity, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's why Swamiji go and enrich, you go and cause others reality. Yeah. So that is the context. What about anyone from the Zoom?
Yeah, the first one is so fascinating. I never thought of love at the first sight. Love at the first sight is a mental disorder.
Now you can tell people tell you, oh, I'm in love with the person first time with a teasing. You can tell them teasing. No, it's teasing, right? Teasing in Cantonese means crazy.
Okay. Wow.
Teasing. So you are qualified to say teasing to them already. And then so many youngsters that are like this, right? Because they're living in that fantasy. Teasing.
Yeah, they thought that is kind of romantic and
Yeah, they think it's romance, right?
yeah.
And you know, a lot of the media, whether it's drama, books, you know, I don't know, I remember during when I was teenager, I see a lot of teenage girls read all these romance, you know, like prince and princesses, all these romance, you know. I was like, I never read these books, but what I'm saying is that they fantasize about all these, you know, so, you know, like the prince riding a white horse and, you know, and really beautiful cover and, you know, tell all this kind of fantasy.
Right, budget, that's a
Yeah. All this fantasy that people you know, they build when you're already a teenager, right? A teenager, I don't know how many you read this book, because I remember during the time when I was a teenager, I see a lot of these girls around me reading all these kind of books. You know, so I mean, my time was anybody. Yeah, any others want to share? What else? Giving the understanding of love at first sight as fantasy.
Can see you.
Camera. Yeah.
Can see you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anudeta, you have any? What clicked with you for this today's session?
Yeah,
Insight?
so the love at first sight is interesting. Yeah, to know that it's important. I also got shocked.
And then?
No, then, but it's interesting to know.
Yeah, especially since we are guilty of it.
I'm one practical person that I will never fall in love in the first sight. It's like something is seriously wrong. I don't even know you. You will fall in love with me. I don't believe it. I'm very wary of people who say they fall in love with me for the first time. In the first sight, something shadow. To me, it's shadow. Okay, great. So let's finish the last couple of slides. You took the screen grab. So let's finish the last couple of slides before we conclude with the Purna Mantra. So currently we're running on a new season, started on 30th of October. So please come for daily darshan. Actually, during this period we are celebrating the Skanda Shasti, the Muruga, Skanda, which is Kartikeya. This is 6 days dedicated for him, celebrating him. So we're going to have darshan on the 8th of November morning. So please come for darshan of Skanda in Swamiji. Yeah, on Friday. Yeah,
Friday. Yeah.
I think it's a Friday. So please don't miss it. Which is 7 a.m. Singapore. No, 8 a.m. because of the daylight saving. Yeah, 8 a.m. Singapore time for this darshan. So do come for daily darshan and because Swamiji is delivering also a lot of Satsangs, new powerful cognition. A couple of days he delivered. Was it yes? A couple of days he delivered on the 5 karma, which is yesterday. So amazing truth interview. So please don't miss Satsang and initiation darshan. Okay, next slide. Okay, so next session is lesson number 14, happening next Wednesday. So do come and enrich more people to join the session. With that, let me just conclude with the Purna Mantra. Just join the palms together. Bow down to Swamiji for an enlightening session today. In deep gratitude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Parta Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam. See you next week. Okay, you can stop the recording and also the live stream.